Hello friends, this is Nashim Amin and you are watching my YouTube channel Nashim Amin UPSC APSC. So, uh, last classes I have in videos I have discussed certain aspects of geography, and today I'm going to start a new video and it will be related to modern Indian history. Now, history has a very significant portion of marks in UPSC prelims as well as in the mains, and also a significant part in Assam Public Service Commission. So, to start with, now the history will be basically divided into three parts. We have ancient, and then we have the medieval, and then we have the modern. Now, usually it is seen that the modern section carries the maximum marks, and ancient and medieval doesn't carry much. Ancient though sometimes carries 2 to 3 questions in the prelims. Medieval is something next to obsolete, but into 19 prelims it is seen the medieval had a huge chunk. So far we have been disrespecting, I would say, medieval portion. Most of the aspirants of UPSC, we tend to, I myself, I always used to tend to give away most of the aspirants, UPSC aspirants tend to give away with medieval. We don't give much importance to medieval because it's been seen that over a time period this medieval has almost become obsolete in this UPSC prelims paper, but in the 2019 paper it has come with a bang and it has hit hard many. The modern as well, in this year's 2019 prelims examination of UPSC, it has seen that the modern questions were not that conventional that it used to be asked. Rather, it was more of technical, it's more in depth. You need to know, like, if you know a topic, you need to know the A to Z of the topic. Say quit in a moment. Now you need to know A to Z of quit in a moment. It's not like that you knew from A to J and then again from XYZ and then each other part is not important, so you have skipped. No, you cannot be doing this, because this time the prelims has shown it that you know a topic, you need to know it everything as a whole from A to Z. Skipping any part of the topic will not help. You know CDM, you need to know everything, and especially this movements like that starts from Swadeshi, then Bengal partition, then we have non-corruption movement, we have CDM, and we have quit India movement. These all must be gone through thorough. The thorough in the sense like what were the advantage of NCM over CDM, what were the advantage of CDM over NCM, how CDM and NCM different, how quit India movement was different altogether from the all other things. So it was this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 moments are very important and it needs to be done in precise rather than who was like it's not an important who was involved. Yeah, you need to know the basics, but you need not you need not know in depth who were involved in quit India movement, who were involved in CDM, who were involved in NCM. No, what we need to know is the masses. जैसे कि ले लीजिए कि the peasants, the farmers were in one moment, then in other moment the women came in, and in other moment the rural and urban came together. Then in one the Muslims played a very vital part, and in the other part the Muslims did not play a vital part. What was the effects of Muslim participation in quit the movement? These are the certain things that we need to know from these moments, rather than कि जी हाँ क्या गांधी बंगाल पार्टीशन में थे, बंगाल में कौन थे, कर्जन किस में था, NCM के ज़माने में कौन था. We need to know the basic. Say yes, CDM was led by Mahatma Gandhi and it's all over India. Quit India movement में महात्मा गांधी ने do or die का कॉल दिया था कि करो या मरो. This was the last time, that was 1942. Karo ya maro. So such is the orientation, because it's a very huge syllabus and we cannot go in depth for all. We need to know which part to skip out and which part to be in, because we are not going to do any sort of postdoc or a PhD in history. Now, regarding what books to be read, since I myself was a new to it, I was a late bloomer, I came in late, so I come from a totally technical background, and once I was in this humanities line, it was like rather difficult for me, and this is what many people from technical line as well as from humanities line find difficult, because in the academic side of humanities is different from the UPSC side of humanities. So in UPSC we don't need to think or read things academically, we need to read the things from the exam point of view. It's a competitive point of view. We don't need to go and think each and every topic very elaborately. We need to know what is important in that topic within that frame. You need an EPC frame of questions. So what books to be read? Well, personally, for modern India, it is Bipin Chandra. Someone is called Bipin Chandra. For medieval, we have Satish Chandra, possibly brothers, and for ancient we have Sharma, and this Bipin Chandra is the same book as in standard 11 of NCERT. Now, for the modern part, and also the NCERTs are very important for minor details that they sometimes used to ask. छोटे छोटे चीज़ें पूछ लेते कि आपको कहीं मिलता भी नहीं है, फिर सोच रहे थे कंपत कहाँ से आ गई ये, सब कुछ पढ़ लिया था, सारे नोट्स पढ़ लिया था, जितने कोचिंग सेंटर सबका तो हिस्ट्री का नोट्स पढ़ लिया था, तो ये कंपत कहाँ से आ गया। ये कंपत आता है NCERT के, वो जो छोटे छोटे बॉक्स रहते हैं ना, यहाँ कुछ लिखा रहता है, वहाँ से आता है, जो हम लोग ज़्यादा टाइम हम लोग अनदेखा कर देते हैं, और यही चीज़ है जो कि एक एस्पिरेंट को ले डूबता है. So we need to very precise and we need to very concentrate on these boxes. कुछ भी छोड़ दो, किताब के boxes नहीं छोड़ना है. चाहे बॉक्स में बस 1 2 3 क्यों ना लिखा हो, ले लो उसको, दिमाग में रट लो कि वो उस बॉक्स में 1 2 3 रटा हुआ है. You never know, because you can ask any questions. And there are other books also, like we can call it like Class A to Partition. This is a very fine book, Class A Partition. This is by Shekhar Bandyopadhyay. This is Shekhar Bandyopadhyay. This is a nice book. It's a very humongous book. I've read it. It's very well documented. And it's a very nice book. If you have time, like, yes, definitely you can go for it. This is nice, but basically we need to start an NCERT and Bipin Chandra, and these a whole lot of things will take you a year. Believe me. It took me 3 years to have everything under my grasp. So it will take time. So don't be in a hurry like कि 1 साल में निकाल देना है, 2 साल में निकालना है. Not take your time, because those people who say they first time में निकल गया, उन लोग का पहले से ही हो रखा हुआ था कि मतलब बचपन से पढ़ते आ रहे हैं, वो लोग पढ़ते आ रहे हैं, and then suddenly जब हो गया तो they appear for it and they say that yeah, my first time में हो गया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. You need to give 3 to 4 years very seriously. Okay, so now the modern period, I'll be starting with the modern period, the modern India. Now, बात यह है कि मॉडर्न इंडिया शुरू कब हुआ, कब 1300, 1400, 1500, 1600, 2000. What is the modern period? And this is something that is very interesting. We need to know कहाँ से शुरू हुआ. So basically, in UPSC, the modern period जब कहा जाता है, so we need to study with the advent of the European powers on the Indian soil. Europeans, जैसे कि पहले पोर्टुगीज आए, 1498 में वास्को चाचा आ गए थे, वास्को डी गामा. Then we had the Dutch. That's the second to come. Then with the British. Look at it. Portuguese आ गया, Dutch आ गया, लेकिन सल्तनत बना तो ब्रिटिश सल्तनत बना. This is very important. This is how efficient they were. Then उनके बाद Danish आए, and to end with the French. And mind you, the French were the last to come and also the last to go. These were the last to leave India. That's okay? We have Puducherry. Portuguese के अंदर आया था गोवा. So when you go to Goa, you will find a Portuguese culture still there. And it is pleasant. It has given richness to Indian culture, which is very important. Richness is always important. So we'll first start with the British. What is important? We'll start with what is important. There are many phases that will be important. There are many things that needs to be dealt with. Now, we need an overview as to who ruled India when the British or the European forces arrived in the coast of India. These were the mighty Mughals. And these are Mughals. And the Mughal empire or the kingdom has seen many great rulers that have ruled India, or at least the northern part of India. Every dynasty had its own downfall at one point or the other point of time, and Mughals too had its downfall. The major reason, we had it 1707, was the time when Aurangzeb died, and he was a very powerful king. Aurangzeb was very powerful. So when he died, sorry. Oh. Just need to get a better diagram. Just a second. Now this was India. So when Aurangzeb had this entire stretch of the country, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Balochistan, entire, even here conquered the south also to some extent, and in the northern states also he had entered. So this entire stretch was under Mughals. These were Mughals under Aurangzeb. This is the entire country was under Mughals. And during this phase, the British at various point of time managed to establish certain forts and factories across the inner coastline, and there's a very strategic. They had their factory here at Bombay, which actually they got as a dowry gift from the Portuguese king. Here they had it in Madras. Madras they had Fort Saint George. Here, somewhere here we had Fort William. Now this is the main thing that led. From here, the British Empire expanded. यहाँ पे सारा खिचड़ी बनता था कि इंडिया को कैसे बर्बाद किया जाए, and many people actually knowingly or unknowingly added to it. Some locals, some foreigners, many people. So now, what is the reason of decline? Now, what is the reason? What is the reason of decline of the Mughals? मुगलों का पतन क्यों हुआ? आखिर कारण क्या था? Weak rulers, extensive kingdom, Nadir Shah, Ahmad Shah, Abdali, Deccan expedition of Aurangzeb. These are some of the superficial reasons that can be pinpointed directly. हाँ, औरंगज़ेब को जिन्होंने सक्सीड किया, उनका औकात नहीं था कि इतनी बड़ी सल्तनत को संभाल पाए. India was a country of mixed religion, ethnicity, color, creed. There were many differences, and yet there was very beautiful unity, which, of course, the rulers that came after Aurangzeb could not handle with a firm hand, and they gave way eventually to petty nawabs that started breaking up. Like after Aurangzeb's death, the only strong ruler, or rather a ruler that ruled for a longer period, was from 1719 to 1748. This Muhammad Shah. And his reign saw the attack of Nadir Shah, the infamous invasion of Nadir Shah that looted Delhi for weeks. It said for 10 days there were total continuous looting of Delhi. So, some way or other, the Mughal Empire was bound to fall. There are also many other reasons, and we will be following up on many reasons. Now, the thing is, the Mughal Empire was divided in a very hierarchical manner. एक के नीचे एक के नीचे एक के नीचे एक हुआ करता था. जैसे कि first there was a king. You call it a king or emperor, whatever. इनके नीचे होता था वजीर. Wazir is something parallel to the counterpart of modern prime minister. And then under this wazir there were numerous nobles of various families. There were the Turkish, the Persian, and then there were our own Hindustani nobles. So the thing is that these nobles used to continuously fight among themselves for the land or the jagirs, the estates. There's a continuous fight. चल रहा है इन लोगों का. हिंदुस्तानी पर्शियन के साथ मिल गया तुर्किश के अगेंस्ट, तुर्किश पर्शियन के साथ गया हिंदुस्तान के, ये इसके साथ मिल गया इसके अगेंस्ट. इनके आपस में खींचतानी चलता रहता था कि किसको मिलेगा सबसे बड़ा जागीर. एंड देयर आर मैनी नॉवेल्स अंडर ईच ऑफ दिस थिंग. They are some very powerful. The one of the this Turkish were also called Turanis. They were basically Iranian based, and they're Sunnis. The Turkish were Sunni, and Persians as the Iran, as we all know, they are still Shia. So it is just Shia. And Hindustani was mix of all. Hindustanis had Hindus, the Rajputs, and Hindus they came the Rajputs. Then they had the Muslims, local Muslims, like they were the kingmakers, Said brothers. The Said brothers were kingmakers. They were involved with Farooq Shiar. So they were the kingmakers. I'll deal with it later. This is a very complicated process. Your entire Mughal decline of Mughal was very. You just need to go through the overview and the reasons that will be more important in UPSC. And this entire scheme of things is in detail given in spectrum, but the reasons are not as such given straightforward. So I'll be discussing the reasons because the reasons are those that will be asked in UPSC, not who succeeded whom and why, who dethroned whom. So rather, we'll be looking forward to this. So next. Let's say this is some part of India, and now this is a province. This is another province. This is another province in between. This is another province. Mughal. So within this province, they had smaller allotted areas. These smaller areas were called the Jagirs, and they had one governor for this entire region. This is called the governor, and these were given to the nobles. These were called the Jagirs. Now these Jagirs, very interesting is they can be removed. ऐसा नहीं कि हेट इतनी है कि हाँ हो गया तो हो गया, नहीं. बॉस को अच्छा नहीं लगा तो लात मार के निकाल भी सकते हैं इनको, भागो ऐसे. दे कैन बी ट्रांसफर्ड. अब बैठ गया जरा घूस खाने. अब घूस तो हम लोग का खून में ही है भाई. कोई बैठ गया घूस खाने, नॉबल है, उसको थोड़ी ना चला दो लटका दो, ऐसा थोड़ी ना होगा. नॉबल है तो इनको क्या करते हैं, इज्जत से ट्रांसफ़र कर देते कि भाई तुम यहाँ खा रहे थे घूस, तुम जाओ भाई यहाँ पे अभी, भेज दिया तुमको काला पानी. That happened then. This काला पानी was non-existent to middle India. तो यहाँ से यहाँ भेज दिया कि जाओ रह के आओ, जंगल में भेज दिया, दंडा करने एरिया में भेज दिया उसको, जाओ जितना कुछ खाना है खाओ जाके वहाँ पे. So it's kind of like that. Now जागीर तो है, लेकिन फंक्शंस ऑफ जागीर्स, लाइक करता क्या है जागीर? बैठा हुआ है बस, टंगड़ी खा रहा है? नहीं, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट एग्जैक्टली. जागीर्स हैड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन. दे वर रेवेन्यू कलेक्टर्स. Revenue collection, and they used to supply the military. क्या देते थे? रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन और मिलिट्री सपोर्ट देते थे. अब जब रेवेन्यू कलेक्ट कर लिया, एक तो चला गया टू किंग कि सेंट्रल ट्रेजरी में जाके जमा हो गया देश की उन्नति के लिए, और एक चला गया भाई नॉबल है, वो भी सोना वोना पहनेगा, बीवी बच्चों को देगा कुछ, लाइक PS4 ले लो, Xbox ले लो. उस ज़माने में जो Xbox हुआ करता था, to maintain his lifestyle. भाई विल्स फैशन वीक नहीं होता था तो क्या बात था, गोलकोंडा फैशन वीक होता था, शायद बीजापुर फैशन वीक होता था, लखनऊ फैशन वीक होता था। तो वहाँ पे जाने के लिए उन लोगों को लाइफस्टाइल मेंटेन करना था कि पॉसिबल पहनना चाहिए, ऑयस्टर ऑयस्टर में खाएंगे। तो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस they used to send a part to king and a part for their own lifestyle, and they used to support the king, the central Mughal empire, with the military. Now what is important is the causes. बहुत ही गंदा लिख रहा हूँ मैं। Causes. The first was the death of Aurangzeb. Like, he was a man of immaculate personality, and when such a powerful man dies, the things beneath him starts to crumble, and this is what happened to Mughal India. And to aid on to this, there's bitter fractionalism. There's bitter fractionalism among the nobles. लड़ाई हो रहा है इन लोगों में, राजा मर गया क्या बात है, हम लोग लड़ाई करेंगे अपने में, अब छीना छानी तो करेंगे, अब ले लो तो मिलता है। And there was this Khalifa system. Now this is the Khalifa system. The Khalifa system was developed in the Deccan region, and it is improved. This is brought into increase in the efficiency of revenue collection for the central ruler. This for the Mughal Empire. This is quite good, but it didn't tackle the Jagiri system. We will be studying all these systems later on in detail. Later on we will have Permanent Settlement Act and all those systems, and this needs to be studied in detail. ऐसे नहीं है कि यहाँ थोड़ा पढ़ ले वहाँ थोड़ा पढ़ लिया, एग्जाम के पहले आप पेज उलट पुलट करते रहो कि like you go through the pages to find out ये कहाँ था वो कहाँ था. We'll be doing it very systematically. And then it was, as I already said, the expansion in Deccan. Like Aurangzeb literally lived the last phase of his life in Deccan region, fighting to win the Deccan, but his calculation totally went wrong. This Deccan, as we'll study in geography also, it's a block of rock. It's not like the level fertile soil of North India or the Great Plains. It is rather not much fertile or resourceful. So पैसा बहुत डूब गया दक्कन को जीतने में, क्योंकि they had Golconda, they had Vijaypur to defeat, they had Gujarat to defeat, and then entire south Indian kings were to be defeated. Those were powerful kings. They had very strong alliances. फिर शिवाजी थे यहाँ पे मराठा में. Maratha was a very powerful opponent. So इसमें चक्कर में बहुत पैसा बर्बाद हो गया. And then on the thought, saw reality, it was like, oh no, this is bad. This is really bad. There was not much resourceful system of getting the money, the revenue, to generate revenue, because land was not that fertile. And this was another downfall, because the treasury was blank, and they did not have that resource to fill that treasury as they had calculated rather. हाँ हो जाएगा, आप खर्च कर लो कि बाद में आ जाएगा डेक्कन से, लेकिन डेक्कन से आ रहा था कुछ नहीं. So they had to give up with it. So you can say that failure to increase agri productivity. Moreover, these were some of the basic causes. We also have other causes now, like corruption. Sorry. there's corruption in the जागीरदारी system, क्योंकि जागीरदार तो अपना ही हीरो बना फिरा रहा था, because कोई था ही नहीं उसको रोकने के लिए, तो हर कोई बन गया था राजा. Military modernization was totally military. अब पैसा नहीं है तो कहाँ से मिलिट्री मॉडर्नाइज करेंगे ये लोग. मिलिट्री मॉडर्नाइजेशन बस वही जंग लगा हुआ, मैच लॉक लेके जा रहे हैं. अब यहाँ ये लोग ले जा रहे हैं मैच लॉक, वहाँ से ले आ रहे AK-47. तो हारना तो तय था. नादिर शाह का कहर तो बरसने बाकी था, अमर शाह अब्दाली आने बाकी था. A whole lot of things were supposed to happen, still happen, and the Mughals were not still waking up. कि हाँ जा रहा है भाई, जा रहा है, रोक लो. they were हाँ चलो, they were like Louis 16 की तरह एक्ट कर रहा, चलो ठीक है. So these are basically some of the reasons for the downfall of the Mughals. And I hope you liked the video. And next day, the next video, it will be on the Plassey battle, the Boxer, the Vande Wash, and all lots of interesting stuff will be there. There will be all wars and wars and wars. And yes, these videos are rather a very raw form of videos, because I am myself preparing for the interview. So I don't have much of time. That the little time that I get, I make this video so that we can afford to have a quality education system as far as I can give. I'm not saying I'm giving a quality education, but yes, the things that I have learned that I can convey to you, and any corrections, anything that you find is misplaced, kindly put on in the comments. And thank you for being with me. This is just initial. The videos will get more refined. It seems like a prehistoric video, but yes, I can assure you with time it will be better, and I'm quite sure. And I'll be covering up every point of the syllabus till maybe April. I'll finish it up. And thank you for being with me, and to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Have a great day.